Now, ranking member of House Homeland Security. He's Congressman John Katko, along with National Border Patrol Council Vice President Art Del Cueto. It's great to have you both on. Thanks for joining us. Congressman, what's your reaction to this loss in court for Biden? I mean, the court losses are piling up. Last week, a judge tossed out Biden's mask mandate for airplanes and public transit. What was your reaction when you heard the story?
Well, it's good news to start with that Title 42 may not be revoked, but make no mistake about it, this administration is trying to do everything they can to revoke Title 42. And to hide behind a cloak that it's the Centers for Disease Control that's driving this is a bunch of bull, because the Center for Disease Control clearly can be influenced by the President of the United States, and they don't want them to. They want Title 42 to go away. They've already said that. They want more people coming in the United States, and it's already at a catastrophically high and dangerous level.
Yeah, to the congressman's point, Art, you've been talking about this new. By the way, Biden is hitting the road to sell a midterm message, and Democrats are expected to lose Congress. I mean, border officials, I think they used Title 42 to turn away migrants more than 1.7 million times. But Art, you and I have talked about this. Even with Title 42, 2.5 million tried to cross, nearly 840,000 gotaways. I mean, Biden, the White House is saying they would be hit with illegal border crosses the size of Atlanta, Georgia, without Title 42. Even they are saying this. So what are they doing?
Well, what they need to be doing is they need to figure out what worked before. So the policies that were in place before they took over had our borders secure. And it gave Border Patrol agents the opportunity to patrol within the borders and stop the flow of illegal drugs. Now here they are concentrating once again on just Title 42. So they're making sure that people do not focus on the amount of drugs that are entering the country. They need to stop playing word games, and they need to start doing something that actually works.
Yeah, I mean,
what worked was under the last administration.
Yeah, we're just a generation from 9/11, right, Congressman? And you've got this DHS secretary who's going to testify this week before your committee. We already have more than 4 dozen House Republicans sending him a letter saying he's not fit for the job. What do you want to ask him?
Well, when they ask him, it's about a budget. It's supposed to be about the budget, but clearly it's going to the two most significant threats to our country right now are cybersecurity and the southern border. And I'm quite certain that the southern border is going to dominate the discussion, and rightfully so. 23 members from the terror watch list were seized at the border last year, and it stands to reason that probably an equal number got through. And this border is on fire. They've created this, and they want these people to come across. And all they're saying about how many people they're going to put down on the border is a drop in the bucket. It's nowhere near going to equal the surge, and they expect as many as 18,000 people coming across the border. They're going to lose operational control, and that's why the Border Security for America Act, which I introduced and which the Border Patrol Council strongly backs, is going to be a solution. And when we get into power next year, that bill's going to be front and center, and we're going to be ready to roll with it.
Yeah, so what the congressman is saying is that the GOP, Art, is ready to roll, right? And even the Supreme Court majority, they're also skeptical of the White House. They're saying basically the majority, here the arguments are, they're effectively saying Biden broke the law when he ended Trump's remain in Mexico. Senator Biden voted for that in 1996. So the justices are saying, you know, the White House is rubber stamping illegals to cross. This breaks administrative laws. This is catch and release on steroids. And the White House messaging has been so bad. Let's show how the White House has been misleading as they accuse Twitter and Elon Musk of censoring information. Look at what the White House has been doing, the top spin here. What's your take, Art, on what the Supreme Court majority is now saying? They're skeptical of the White House.
No, definitely. And I've spoken down here with the chief when he was down here of the patrol, and they said that their concern wasn't the gotaways right now. They're trying to do something humanitarian. But the reality is, part of being humanitarian is making sure that the numbers of the gotaways are looked at, that the individuals that are claiming asylum are looked at. And the way you do that is you bring asylum judges and immigration judges down to the border, and you stop creating that magnet and telling people all you have to do is ask for asylum and you will be released. That needs to stop. It does not matter how many more individuals they put down there to help process. You still need the agents to work in between the borders and start arresting individuals, sending them back, and prosecuting those that are breaking our nation's law.
You know, Congressman, what Art just said, can you take this on? Because the pushback against strengthening the border has been the Hispanic caucus and other caucuses of saying this is a humanitarian issue. But Border Patrol officials like Art have repeatedly told us it's not humanitarian the way they're conducting the border security now. That migrants, thousands of migrants, are getting killed trying to cross illegally, and they're getting dragooned by human and drug traffickers to do criminal, illegal activities that put themselves in danger. We see the images, they're graphic, of what's going on at the border, of what these criminal cartels are doing to illegal immigrants. It's not humanitarian. What do you say?
I think Mr. Del Cueto is absolutely right. The Biden administration has created the pull factors, or the magnet, if you will, for people to come across. And they're talking about the humanitarian aspect of this. When they refer to that, they're referring to individuals from the Northern Triangle and from Mexico. But the fact of the matter is, people from over 160 countries have come across the border in the last year. This isn't a humanitarian crisis. Bad people and people from all across the world are exploiting our southern border because Biden has sent out its open sign, and that's what's going on. Before we wrap, I just want to say Bishop Evans is a great example of the chaos at the border. He was a Texas National Guardsman who was there at the border because the border is out of control and Texas had to send more people there. He died trying to rescue two people that were coming across. Turns out those two people that came across and lived were drug traffickers carrying drugs across the border that are killing our children in the United States. How bizarre is that situation, and how wrong is this administration?
Thank you for your time you spent with